Be casting Dark Archon.
Indeed. So starting out this game, should I do my fancy overlays for these guys? Do you think they deserve them?
Yes. Love these fancy overlays. I hope everyone else on stream does as well. And your viewer count on your stream is going mad.
Yeah. Well,
it was up at 4K and now it shows 96 for me.
90 what? 96K?
And now it shows 836.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're
so now it says 3,000.
Well, starting here.
I'm telling you, it's going crazy.
Starting here over on the right side, the map is going to be MLG Shattered Temple. We have our blue Protoss. His name is
EGAxslav.
As I slide in, hitting the wrong button there. But he's got 4250 points on the ladder, around 1300 games, and he is number 4 on SC2 ranks for North America. 55 on the Blizzard Top 200, so he's way up there. Avilo with no small feat taking him down. And over here on the left side, currently up 1 game in this best of 3, we have our Green Terran. His name is
Avilo.
So Avilo is around 4,000 points with a lot of games played. Almost 2,700, 55 on the Blizzard Top 200, and 105 on SC2 ranks. So we'll see if he goes for such an aggressive push again. Maybe goes for more of a macro style game. Just kidding, because now we see 2 racks.
That is a very quick 2 racks.
Indeed.
It's like a 12-14. Already checking for proxies. Doesn't want to get proxigated, although I don't really think that's EGAxslav style, but always want to be on the safe side regardless. In these kinds of best of 3s, especially with loser bracket stuff, a lot of chance for some metagame action. Doing a really awesome job checking his entire base. Every edge, every nook and cranny.
As he should. EGAxslav does come in, scouts both of the barracks out. Very nice that he does see that. Marine trying to take out the probe. And it looks like he is going to get the kill. Back home for EGAxslav, getting that cybernetics core about halfway up right now, still producing those probes and on 1 gas. Second gateway actually pretty quick there. So expecting this early aggression. We already have an SCV coming in as he is scouting.
Moving his racks for some reason. I guess he's unblocking his pathways to his gas. And boom, command center.
So we did see EGAxslav throw down a pretty early second gateway, maybe reacting to the 2 racks there. Trying to chase down that SCV inside the base, and it looks like it is going to get away. So definitely could put Avilo ahead economically, with EGAxslav playing a little more passively, trying to get some defense up, already producing stalkers, preparing for this.
Yep, getting those stalkers out, chrono boosting that work A research, playing Super Sim City here. Not putting any, pylons in the edge of his base like he was before on that Zelnaga game. Make sure that if there was pressure, he would not lose gateway power if only 1 or 2 of his pylons went down. Also, none on the edge to be picked off and supply block him. And now actually going to try to do some 1 stalker, 1 zealot pressure perhaps. At least make sure that he has a better idea of what his opponent's doing. Gonna scout out here, see a bunch of Marines at the top of the ramp.
That Zealot already losing his shields, getting too close. So not going to be able to do anything here. Avilo not even needing a bunker, which you would normally see with this fast expansion style. And he's just going to get it for the hell of it. We do see a lot of reinforcements being streamed across the middle of the map. EGAxslav maybe going to do a lot of pressure here. Could get a proxy pylon up if he does pull one of his probes. And there it is in the middle of the map. But with the bunker up, this is going to be significantly stronger. He's going to push up the ramp. And now sees the bunker. SCV is being pulled, so it will be able to repair. And a second bunker going up even. So pretty much could do a light contain. It looks like he might be backing off, though. I do like the idea of doing a light contain. Velo, seeing that it's nothing but a probe, will be able to take that out very easily. And sort of like we saw in some of our previous games, I mean, just doing that light contain can really prevent that orbital command from landing for a long time. It does force medevacs to come out first, or possibly siege tech, which is on the way.
Yep, SC1 style with the Dragoon rush and Dragoon pressure. Immediately ends as soon as that siege tank comes out. Now getting bunkers down at his natural. Probably going to salvage one. Yep, salvaging one of them at high ground.
Yep, stepping forward very safely. So just playing a very solid game from here. We do see the expansion coming down for EGAxslav at the same time. Going to be a little bit later. And of course we see a little bit of SCV overproduction there at the beginning, although still behind. EGAxslav at 31 compared to 29 for avilo. And a very quick robotic space, so pretty much rushing into Colossi here before starport's down. And this could do a ton of damage. Right now, avilo going for double factory instead.
Yep, really smart play from EGAxslav so far. Scouting that 2 racks, knew that either it was a rush or a really quick expansion build without the gas. So chrono boosted out, got his units there, got some stalkers to pressure, delaying that expansion enough to get his expansion up and running at pretty much the same time, and he had probes there pretty much exactly when avilo did. And then going really quick into Colossi, since he knows that his opponent is going to be really, really marine heavy.
There you have EGAxslav busting down the rocks towards the third. So already thinking about taking down the base. At least this way he doesn't have to worry about taking him down early. Always a good idea. I mean, we really have not seen a whole lot of pressure from these back rocks in a lot of these games until there's actually a third base up there. I mean, if you do see a lot of defense at the front here, like avilo's base for instance, if an attack came from the top through the rocks, you can pretty much avoid all the bunkers besides that top one.
Yeah, for sure.
If this map sticks around, I think that might happen a lot more in the future. Right now, it looks like avilo are going to follow suit and bust down those rocks. Think about getting a third of his own. EGAxslav even taking down the rocks with the gold, preparing for whatever he may decide to do in the future.
Yep, just keeping his army active. Better to do it now than, you know, get caught doing it later or whatever.
Yep. There goes the Nexus for EGAxslav for third. So pretty aggressive expansion. Not a whole lot of units, but we do have that Colossus out, and Thermal Lance about halfway done.
Yep, Blue Flame Hellions coming out for avilo. Also going with those siege tanks and medevacs. Is all scouted out by EGAxslav's observer, hanging around above the natural. Sees these Hellions moving out.
See a Twilight
already
Council
getting his units in position here.
Oh, but the Hellions could sneak around the bottom. Oh, they're just going to go back home. Avoiding that tower, it looks like, from here on. And there's
so they're actually going to intercept the Rax Scout. And this is kind of a tell. Usually you only see a factory scout if you're going heavy starport. But if you see that Rax Scout, you know that something's up. Just because when you open that 2 racks, kind of unusual to be sacrificing one of them here.
Yep.
And in the meantime, we actually do see that avilo just threw down 3 starports, getting tech labs on all or 2 of them and a reactor on another.
Even more importantly, we have a drop right now. Hellions about to drop on the main, going right above the Twilight Council, even seeing the Dark Shrine going down, and that could be huge. And now taking a lot of damage on those probes.
Oh man!
Oh.
All lined up again. Is this Colossus going to be able to do enough damage before losing? Oh man, so many probes here.
They get taken down. But Harvester count 50 to 52. That did officially put avilo back in the lead.
Yep, Medevac's still even barely in range. I can't even scroll over to see it. Like my screen is at the very edge. I can barely see it.
So
but yeah, DT Shrine's still going up. We did have a Raven coming out for avilo. I think EGAxslav may have assumed that he was going into heavy mech. DTs are good against any kind of Thor follow-up, but I don't see that really paying off for him right now. He's getting charge slots though. But we do see Cloak Banshees on the way. So charge lots and DT's not going to be very effective against that.
Yeah, definitely some interesting play from Avilo. Getting a little bit of everything here, so we do have plenty of observers around the map right now, pretty much scouting everything. If he does see that Banshee, definitely is going to try to keep one with his army.
Yep, we got one at the bottom, kind of on patrol over here. Probably will scout out a Banshee if it goes on that bottom route. See 3 more Banshees on the way. Observer also scouting at that third base coming up for Avilo.
3 DTs spreading out across the middle of the map here, and it looks like 2 might go for those back rocks, trying to bust into that expansion. But we do have a Marine sitting there, so you would actually see the DTs trying to break in. The other DT just sitting in front of the expansion, actually on hold position in front of 2 Marines. He could so easily take those out if he wanted. Those DTs taking down those rocks very
there
quickly.
He goes. And then on patrol in the front. Again, there is one Raven though. Those back rocks though, very, very low. Here they go. About to break them down.
Hopefully Avilo notices this. Has the Marine there, even passed by using the drop with the medevac. Going for another drop with 2 more Hellions. Trying to do a little bit more damage. Those DTs just sitting back right now. So I think EGAxslav might be a little more concerned with the drop. He should have seen that with the DTs. Also had an observer there seeing it.
Yep. Is he moving his units though? Not moving his units. And not warping in. There goes 2 Hellions about to drop on the mineral line. There's 1 cannon here.
Oh, needs to drop those. There he goes. We're seeing 2 of the probes. 3. 4. Not really doing much damage there. And it looks like he loses the medevac as well. Colossus giving
Loses
the high ground.
DTs and sees a fleet of Sky Terran as well as the Raven.
DT's taken out thanks to the Raven.
9 Banshees, 6 Vikings, a bunch of tanks and Marines. Going for that Sky Terran build with that 3 starports coming down for EGAxslav, trying to get enough enough Phoenixes out to deal with this, it looks like.
Here comes the attack. Charge is done for the Zealots and the Colossi there, but going down very fast to those Vikings, and the Banshee's doing a ton of damage. I don't think there's an observer here.
Yep, and he's scanning on top. Enough Vikings there to take out the observers. This entire army kind of useless right now. Unable to see so many of these Banshees. Looks like we have 12 Banshees here sniping that one cannon that was giving him vision for just a second there. No more cannons at this gold base, so he's going to be able to take down all the probes, maybe even take down the Nexus. These Banshees just have so much DPS.
He's riding late. Doesn't even matter. I mean, those Stalkers blinking into those Banshees, it looks like he does have sight of them, but it doesn't matter.
There's
you have 1 Phoenix
Phoenixes.
there.
Looks like 1 Phoenix now. Now 3 Phoenixes. Trying to dig down these Banshees. Oh, but he actually lose power to these starports, or stargates. Those Banshees focus on those pylons. He's going to need to leave now, taking way too much damage as those were in detection range of that cannon. And these Phoenixes just doing so much bonus damage versus those Banshees.
Yeah, this is extremely nice from EGAxslav, holding it off so well. Triple producing those Phoenixes right now. Did get all those Stargates up at that third in the bottom right. So he's starting to look in a really good position here. Supplies very close though, 113 apiece. 114 to 121 in favor of EGAxslav now as he does another warp in. Harvester-wise, now going in Avilo's favor, just barely, 73 to 67 as EGAxslav's coming in for a counterattack.
Yep, I think Avilo, I mean, he was in a great position right when that attack happened. I think he got a little bit overconfident. I think he could have just split up his Banshees into 3 groups and attacked each of the expansions and done so much damage. But stayed in there a little bit too long, lost way too many of his Banshees to these Phoenixes, and didn't have enough reinforcements, I don't think. And here we go, Colossus and a bunch of Vikings pushing on this 3rd base for Avilo, also catching double expanding command centers here. Cancels one of them immediately. Charge up going into that 3rd base. getting killed off by these blue flame hellions. Viking versus Phoenix battle here. Not sure who's winning yet.